It's the unknown land. Do you know what it is? Just turn to the camera, stare at it like it's in the office. Just.
That's Robar. He's a dick.
I know why you have come.
He sort of looks the part.
I know what you have done.
And nevertheless, you can't understand my decision.
You have destroyed the divine artifacts.
He already knows.
To free the world from the war of the gods.
You have betrayed our people.
He's crazy.
Your people.
The war of the gods cannot end as long as the divine power remains in this world.
You have destroyed our hopes. The human people are doomed to destruction.
No, they too will find peace. A peace they never would have had under the rule of Enos.
You have destroyed the
He's not
artifacts.
listening
What's
to
your
me.
character?
But there is
So
still
what is
divine
your character
power in
saying?
this
You saying
world.
like usually guys should find peace
I
or
carry
something?
the power of Enos within me.
Robar
It
doesn't
is
listen
time
to
to give
me.
back that power.
He's like,
Yes.
no, you
As
destroyed
you
the
say,
artifacts.
it
No one will
is
have peace
time.
now. And I'm saying, no,
Now,
we will find peace. Peace
See
that we
how a
couldn't
king
find if we were
fights.
ruled
I'm
under
gonna let you
Enos.
have it.
And naturally, our friend here, Robar, besides glitching through the fucking throne, is having a bit of a trouble understanding my motives. I'm gonna beat him up now. In fact, I
Wait a
did.
minute. Is his guard like not helping?
No. Here it is. And now... Goodbye! Look at this shit, they ain't even giving a fuck.
You killed him?
Yes, right in front of him.
Why did you kill him?
We have to.
Let's trade.
He also possesses power of the gods. Every ounce of power from the gods must be eliminated. And that includes the kings too.
Stop! Someone is killing our people! Do you know anything about that?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me? These guys saw the king getting stabbed by me and they just stopped me to say, stop, somebody's killing our people. Do you know anything about that? Oh god, these people are fucking retarded.
Well, the thing is, they probably heard you saying about the divine power thing, and this was like,
Probably. One thing I do know is if you go right ahead and start killing the king right away, they will attack. And it can be a bit annoying because he has a fire mage next to him. Now we have to deal with Zubin. Despite all the tests we did, which I actually forgot to mention, it was like a test to prove that you are Zubin's man to do the mission to find Zardas. It's a
I
very...
feel sort of bad. I mean, we're sort of betraying his trust.
Yeah, but if we kill him, we get all the bitches and treasure.
Kill him!
Oi,
How quickly I turned.
we're supposed to talk with him.
So, you were too cowardly to seize the power of Beliar.
A rash judgment for a wise man.
Do you really believe you can delay Beliar's victory? Do you believe that you are a match for me?
You know, I like
Let's
this guy
find
more
out.
because he's
Your
like, you know,
final
do you
hour
think
has
he, like, he
come.
tries to understand your motives, but he thinks, are you a match for me?
Do you think you can beat me?
Do you think you can enter my magical realm?
I heard one of his guards say, give him what for. He's rooting for me.
I don't like the guy.
Jesus.
Are you
And-
fucking kidding me? Right next to him. Nobody gives a shit.
Good riddance.
Please,
Oh.
react to my murderous rampage.
I think what it is, they're just like they're like, you know what?
Well,
You know what?
you know what to do. Your final hour has come. Where I'm going, I'm gonna need all the money. We don't know what's beyond the portal to the unknown lands, so we might as well get stocked up.
I mean, hell, even if the gold isn't of any value, and it's like, say, it's technological world, hell, you can make it something out of it.
We could make a golden sword.
Impossible.
Oh shit, it's an impossible chest. I
What
can't
makes it
open
impossible?
it. It has an impossible lock. Which
Well, how do you open it?
it can be picked if you know how to pick impossible locks. Oh, look at that. A permanent mana potion.
What does that do?
It permanently increases your mana.
Oh, nice.
Stop.
At the
More
end of
and
the
more
game.
of our people's valuables are
Stop.
disappearing. I bet you are responsible for that.
He is accusing me of stealing things, but not killing the king. Now we have a choice. We can provoke him, tell him to bite my dick. We can make excuses. That usually doesn't work unless you have a talk your way out of things skill. Or you can give him some money.
Right, let's bribe him. I mean, we just robbed the king's coffers. I mean, we probably have that much.
Let's forget the whole thing.
I'll let you get away with it this time. Don't cause any more trouble here.
Looks like he let us go. I paid
He
with
literally murdered his king.
I paid with
Murdered
his own king's
entire royal
money.
family.
This is just ridiculous. I paid with his king's money and he doesn't even give a shit. I'm fine with that. Now that they're done, we can go back to Zardos and tell him the good news. What the hell? Are we in a Matrix movie? What's going on?
Who's that?
That's an orc, frozen in ice. How'd he get here?
I will smash you to
His axe is like. Oh, I thought it was like an actual like scene
works.
thing. See, his axe like poised just before his head, and I thought like that's actually really cool.
He was inside the bookshelf. Wow. So this is what real life is all about.
I have the scepter of Verent.
Guard it well. We will need it later.
I have the staff of the Wanderer.
It seems somehow familiar. All right. Keep it. It will be of use to us later.
I'm gonna skip some of this dialogue because we don't really need to know it.
Zubin is
Talking
dead.
shit.
His
He
power is no
basically
longer
tell
in
us
this
that
world,
we need to kill
and
the
that is
kings.
what matters. Beliar's influence will also become weaker, but it is not yet at an end.
So that's your last quest, is
The
to kill
king
them?
is dead.
Yes.
That fool.
Well,
He
technically.
never would have been prepared to leave this world voluntarily, but his power is banished, and Enos is weakened.
Both of the gods are now pretty weak. They still possess some influence. But how? None of their avatars, let's call them, possess the scepters, and to tell the truth, they are pretty fucking dead. What else could have influence over this world? It's fucking obvious, isn't it? It's the two of us!
There. I have done everything that was necessary.
Then we are ready at last, ready to leave this
You're right,
world
because
together.
technically you
The
count as
staff
a divine,
and
I
the
think, at this
scepter.
point.
We will
Yeah.
open the portal.
I mean, he's like an immortal like mage
And
that's gone
then-
through all the
And
archetypes,
then
and
we
you
go
have.
through.
Well, if we're gonna go on like
It is
the
just
idea
as
of
I
like
said.
experience, soul
No one
power,
knows the end
whatever,
of the path that we
you've
are
killed
stepping
pretty much
on.
everything from
Let
here
me
to
know
the
when you are
entire
ready.
continent.
I will
Not to
be
mention
here.
the previous
Where
games where I killed some kind of a creature known as the Sleeper, apparently a very dangerous and powerful thing, and a fucking undead dragon. If anything, he's pretty much a hero of all time. He does possess quite a bit of power with him.
I am ready for the unknown land.
There is nothing keeping me here either.
Well then,
Yes. Time to go.
And now we go. But first, I release you from your
I'm gonna let you have
unfortunate
it.
duty. Stab you between the legs. And I take your broomstick too, just in case.
And his broomstick, so he can't enslave anyone else to sweep.
Yeah. Well, that skeleton should have burst into pieces like every other skeleton. Alright,
So
at this
Now what?
At this point on, we have to go to the portal that leads to the unknown land. It's in the Midlands, so it's not a very long journey. However, Zardos isn't exactly known for taking the safest routes. In fact, he will be taking the second exit from Nordmar, which is the dangerous one. We have to follow him. Luckily, he doesn't have to follow us, which would mean the follower system kicks in and it sucks Major League dick. So, yeah, we're pretty safe. Plus, Zardos is very strong. He can...
I hate it when games pull that shit. When it's I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but it's just like herder, they have to be following you. But then they don't want to follow you. You have to follow them. I mean, I like it more when you have to follow them than they follow you. Because it's like if you want to step ahead or step back somewhere to go and like grab something that you missed and they just start like screaming and crying, it's just like eh.
Yeah, and here they usually just stop if they are not detecting you at a certain distance. And what the hell? Where did these guys come from? Okay. We just walk past them, who cares? But this is where it gets interesting. As you can see, the desert people are here. And they are called elite killers. That means that shit is indeed going down. It's the final battle. Everyone is sending everything they got at us. And they won't let us go that easily. We have to eliminate the forces of the enemies. Luckily for us, Zardas is a very experienced mage. He will destroy the enemies with us. So the last quest is actually the best quest of all time because we have the best follower to go with. Zardas is the best follower to have. Not only is he very strong, it takes a lot of beating to kill him, but also he's a mage. If he's too hurt, he'll just heal himself.
Can I just share something really quick? Yeah. You've leveled up like 5 times, and I'm being so infuriated with the fact that you have done the level up process. It's just a personal thing. Like, but anyway, what's the sword you're wielding, by the way? Because it looks like you wield this for like the entire game.
It's a paladin sword. It belongs to a paladin called Wenzel. He lives in one of the first cities you visit. Or at least lives after you liberate the place, because he actually is there as a captive. The orcs took him in because he lost his rune magic, thanks to Zardas, and he couldn't really fight back anymore, and the orcs wanted to kinda question his ass.
Question, air quotes.
Yeah. He managed to hide his sword in a cave next to another city, and he tells you about it if you help him out. You can bring it back to him, or you can keep it, and I suggest keeping it because it's a very good sword.
Does seem the part. I mean, it's killed everything that you fought.
It's actually the only sword that you can find that's not worn. It's very powerful for, at the very least, the early game, and it's also blessed.
So wait, a sword that's not worn? What?
Worn out swords deal less damage.
And it's the only sword you can find that's not worn out.
Yeah. Well, there are other ones, but they are rare ones.
How do you, like, unwear it out?
You can't.
So they just have an entire category of weapons that deal less damage.
Yeah, but most of the time you'll be able to tell that they are shitty just by the names. It's usually rusty swords or something like that.
Sharing with me was a mistake.
What the hell, man? Zardas is really rocking this one out. I was just beating that guy up and suddenly boom!
Fireball!
The fucking saber-tooth.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
The fucking saber-tooths just never listen.
No!
I still think that wearing desert clothes in the frozen north isn't exactly the best of ideas.
No. Your balls have probably fallen off already.
Oh well. What can you do? Sometimes your followers see enemies that aren't exactly there and aren't exactly doing anything. He likes to do a little bit of damage to them, but sometimes they don't even attack. Fucking ogres.
Damn.
These ogres and orcs are getting fucking just rocked.
Yeah,
What are you hitting them with?
ice balls.
Oh.
If they survive the shot, they get frozen. And the best thing about freezing here, and also the worst thing at the same time, if nobody hits you after you're frozen, that's it. You're stuck. Why is it the worst thing? Well, you can get frozen too. And usually people have a very hard time to hit you while you're frozen. Holy shit, look at these rhinos!
What the fuck? They got ice rhinos?
Woolly rhinos, beating the shit out of people.
It's the chaos.
The whole world is going to an end. It's an apocalypse.
Ironically, that's what we're trying to stop.
But by stopping it, we also are causing it at the same fucking time. Holy shit, I need to get my ice balls. You know what? I accidentally turned on code blocks because the fucking mouse just keeps getting out of the screen.
No!
Fuck off, Shaman.
So Haldor, once you finally actually finish this game, what do you think you're gonna pick up next?
Right now I'm finishing up old series that I've been working on before, so the next thing I'm gonna do is finish up Elder Scrolls Oblivion. There isn't much left to do there.
Are you doing like a completionist run or just like the main quest?
I'm doing a bit differently actually. My initial goal was to do the main quest, all the guilds, and then the Shivering Isles. I did the main quest and the guilds already. All I got is the
Honestly,
Shivering Isles.
What I would recommend doing, honestly, is doing that one side quest where you have to collect the alien statues, because you can get so much cash from that.
Alien statues?
Okay, so you know how, like, there's that alien ruin you immediately run into after you get out of, the prison?
Yeah.
It has something on the bottom floor called an alien statue. And if you bring it to a dude in the Imperial City called Umbakaro, he'll start a quest line where he'll pay you 1,000 gold for each one of these statues you bring him, and 5,000 once you complete the set.
Oh, does it give you
There are
clues where to find them?
The first few, but you're gonna have to find them on your own.
Oh.
But trust me, it's a quest that you want to do.
Well, I was planning to do user-requested side quests after the Shivering Isles, actually.
Stop right there, Mora!
Like, I would just leave the playthrough open at that point. If somebody wants to see a side quest done, they can just request it. I think it's a good idea, because I personally don't know any good side quests myself. Because I think Oblivion and Elder Scrolls in general is a pretty shitty RPG.
Then why
Well,
do
always
80
keeping it
episodes of
honest.
it?
I don't know.
No! You just
Let me think about it. I need to remember why I did it in the first place.
miserable creature.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Somebody asked to do it. And since I do requests for LPs, I thought, why the fuck not? I like torture.
Obviously, we're playing this with all the glitches. Just trying to get it to run is a pain in the fucking ass.
I mean, honestly, I've been enjoying the shit out of watching this.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
really
that's cool.
I'm really sad Jorgen has not watched this with us, because I think he would have loved it.
He probably
He
would
tried
have.
once, didn't he?
He
He had to go to bed, I think.
He joined when you and Jack showed
Yeah.
up as well, but
Yeah.
the fucking thing glitched out badly, and I decided to just stop.
You had to redo everything.
Yeah, what happened is, but yeah, I know that feeling, Howler. You don't need to feel bad about that, honestly. Like several games I have played, and a good example being fucking Dragon Age. I have tried to beat that game so many times. I have done 5 different saves over the course of the time it has come out to like
The first
now.
Dragon Age?
The first Dragon Age Origins, and every single time I'll get to like to the fucking like human city or a little bit beyond that, and I'll like something will happen. I'll just fucking lose the save, and it's never anything wrong with the game. It's always like something that happens like to my computer or like something else. It's like a curse.
The curse of the pharaohs.
Curse of the...
Speaking of which, it's a real thing. You can look it up on the Wikipedia. It's actually a real thing apparently. Some people suggest that it's not real, but because of it happening every now and then, it just feels like it's a real thing. I think
It just feels like taking a shit on your hard drive.
Yeah, I think the curse of pharaohs is basically if something's gonna happen bad, and I mean really bad, worse than Murphy's Law, it will happen.